Hey, what if I told you your relationships are a reflection of your inner speech? Hi, welcome to Self Whisper Unplugged. I am your host, Phyllis Whitley. Today we are going to unlock the law of inner whispers. Oh, yeah, this is going to be great and it's going to be fun. And you know what? I'm going to give you, before I gave you five, I think one time I gave you three, but I'm going to give you seven secrets. Yes, to how you can harness your inner spirit or speech, excuse me. Basically, it's just your revising your broken whisper. And that is what my whole business is all about. And it's literally you can use this in all facets of life, relationship, careers, whatever it is. So we're going to start right away. First of all, it's very important. Why is it important? It's important because the law of whispers literally lets you know that your speech is daily shaping your outer world. Your inner within is shaping your outer world. Okay? Your broken whispers is it's going to lead you to rejection. You won't be able to master. Your story will stay the same because your thoughts are broken. I say whisper because, again, I am self whisper. What's happening is, what if I tell you, and I know you heard it from all the mystics that to this day, their books are still number one, like Napoleon Hill's, Never Got Her. It's so many, Florence Shen, I'll just say Scovis Shen. They had a secret and they knew something that they went around the world. And it's a whole bunch of them you can name. And they gave speeches. They didn't stand up in the pulpit. They became truth speakers, positive thought speakers. And some of them even did it in the church, but they did not. They even spoke in the church at nighttime. Now some of you say, "Oh, you know what? I don't believe that. That's not of God." But listen, some pastors now are really going over to the side of business, and they see where there's a need to go ahead and talk to people outside the church. You know what? Because Jesus hung out in the marketplace, and pastors are starting to realize. Can I plug in my book? It's in my book, Spiritology. They starting to realize that the marketplace, that's where I'm needed. Because some people will not step foot in a church. I just helped somebody right there. I unplugged something for somebody. Thank you. I know you're going to say thank you, but I thank you for just coming in and listening to. And I hope you take what I just said and move forward so we can go ahead and start with the 5 powerful strategies. I'm going to give you 5. But you know what? Let's go ahead and do. Okay. I'm going to give you 7. I'm always giving on here. But first of all, let's go ahead and I'm going to tell you this. The first thing that you want to do, you want to revise your whisper. You want to revise your thoughts. You want to revise the words that were said to you. I know you say, well, Miss P, you talk about that all the time. Yes, the last time I checked, this was self whisper unplugged. We are dealing with yourself. And if you stay with me and you become a part of my membership or even the movement, you're going to start realizing she's trying to cleanse me up. I'm trying to fix you because you can't fix nobody around you. So what you want to do is revise your whisper. My company is Self Whisper, where I revise your whispers, and therefore your world is changed. This is how I change your world. You will change your world by, for instance, I never meet nobody. I'm gonna be single the rest of my life. I will always live in an apartment. I will never lose weight. I'm unplugging. Am I unplugging or what? We all been there. I am not saying something that I'm allergic to. I've been there. But I'm here helping you and teaching you that you got to revise your whisper. Number two, everyone who knows me, I talk about feeding yourself with soul food. I'm not talking about ham hocks and pig feast. I know you want me to say that, but no, I'm not. I'm not doing that because actually I'm a vegetarian. I know I just shocked the world. How can you be a vegetarian, Miss P? You so thick. I eat thick vegetables. And no, I don't just eat rabbit foods. I know that's what y'all think. But listen, just think of your Thanksgiving dinner. We got what? You got ham, and then some of y'all might have the turkey or the duck. But everything else on that table is so beautiful. You don't just walk in there and say, "Oh my God, look at the turkey." Everything you forget about the potato salad. You forget about the greens. You forget about the string beans. Some of y'all might have beans. Who knows? You understand? You gonna. It's so much to a meat platter than it is just the meat, or should I say, to a meal than just the meat. So I just indulge. Y'all indulge in y'all meat. I'm not gonna talk about you until I get to the health part of self help. Yes, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. But feed your soul, not your fears. When you feed your soul, you only can feed your soul by going to the manuscript that God gave you. So I do apologize for those of you who think you can feed your soul any other way, because feeding the soul is feeding the spirit, and you cannot feed your spirit unless you go to the highest spirit there is, God. That's all I can say about that, because I can't do anything else. That's what I'm telling you. That right there was brilliant. That was enough to unplug. Yes. Unplug you for life. The next one is the reason why, excuse me, let's go back to two, because the reason why you are going to feed your soul, I already explained it to you. If you are not feeding your soul, you are feeding your fear. For instance, how long were you on the phone before you listened to this podcast, talking to your Bessie about how the new president is getting ready to destroy us? How long were you at the corner store talking to your boys, talking about how so and so got shot last week and it's getting badder out there for people that look like me and you? How many hours did you have that conversation? How long did you stay on the phone with Aunt Sally, and Sally was sitting up there telling you all the things that her man did to her? You know, he did this to me. He called me this and he called me this, and I caught him with another woman last week. But listen, I ain't call to tell you all that. But I wanted to let you, I love him. I love me some boo. How much time and then energy it took for you to sit there? You was feeding your fears. Because now when you get off the goddamn on phone, everybody you meet, you're gonna say, oh, it's all right, he cheat. Aunt Sally said he's supposed to cheat. Maybe I should use another name. And Aunt Sheena say he's supposed to cheat. Do you see how you fed your feel there to a point where you're gonna be so comfortable with it? It's all right, it's all right. You know, I mean, my aunt, this is gonna be your whisper. My aunt, you know, she still deal with him, you know, she still love her boo. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna then some of you be like, every time you look up on Yahoo, you see something that the president of Trump might have put up there. And I don't know what year you're gonna be listening to this, but it could be whatever president is up there. Oh my goodness, or what the dictators are doing across the world, and you're gonna look and see it. That's why the media, the marketing, know how to market the right commercial. That's why now all of that harsh news. It was a time when the internet started, and you can just go and look at stuff freely, and now all the news is just, oh God. And as soon as you wake up, you look up, and Yahoo is telling you so and so and so just died. So and so and so. It's there. It's a part of the world. But keep on moving. Don't spend a whole hour. I have been guilty of that. I have been guilty of talking about something, but I'm telling you, you have to change the talk into a solution. How do you direct it that way? You're going to have to say, yeah, this is so and so and so, but you know, this is the president, but I don't care what president get in there. The president is not my thoughts. The president cannot come to my door and give me what I want. I understand this neighborhood, somebody got killed. I will pray for their family. But then you have to turn around and you have to keep going. You have work to do. Jesus said, always, I'm about the Father business. The next time somebody tell you, well, you don't want to stay on the farm, you know, you don't answer your phone no more. Man, you don't want to hang out there. So no, I'm about the Father business. I'm about the Father business. Not only will you be changing your world, you'll be setting an example for your sons, your brothers, you even your neighbors, even the men or the women you hang out with. You got to let them know I'm about the Father business. I guarantee you, when they see you walking around and you're in that, I always say the Mercedes. When they see you driving that Mercedes, you don't have to sit back or that expensive Coach bag that they can go get it. The difference is you can say, oh, that's paid in full. Oh, I like your Coach bag. Really? Do you want it? You gonna give me your Coach bag? Oh, sure, sure. That's nothing. That's nothing. My salary is 10 times that. Not that you are going out there to brag. What you are going to do is you're going to change and feed your soul. So, number 3, master your mind will master your reality. Your reality, think of your world. I know you said, well, the world is big, so I don't understand it, Miss P. But I'll talk about your world. You don't know everybody around the world, and you don't know everybody in the United States of America. Wherever you live, you don't know every single person. So that's when you turn around and say, every man is a dog. Did you meet every man in the universe? No, you didn't. No, you didn't meet every man on the universe because your world is your circle. And you need to master it. This is what this whole podcast is about: self-mastery. You taking the finger and pointing it back at you. We are going to clean you up. When you clean up your mind, master your mind, you'll be able to control your thoughts. You'll be able to control what comes in your ear gate. You won't walk around and listen to stuff that is sad. I mean, when you listen to music and you want a relationship and you listen to music that all they talk about is so broke up with me, it can be a rap. It can be a country song. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I have nobody. It can turn around. It can be a R&B song. You know them good old back in the days. It could be one of those songs like Motown, and then I'm not knocking it when you with your person. You got your man there, you got your woman there, and you playing those slow songs. But you want to be very careful of playing, should I say, the blues, because that is seeds going down in you, and it's gonna make you just feel more lonely. So you have to master and control what thoughts come in. When people come in, they just think of every thought that people come to you, every bad word that they come to you. Think of it as think of it as one seed, or some people bring a whole bunch of seeds to you. Are those seeds negative? Think of you in a conversation that is all negativity. How much seed did you gather? Now, see, the farmer can tell you, if those seeds are rotten or bit off, they ain't gonna be no good. When he put it in the ground, what do you think gonna happen? Nothing. Or it's gonna be it's gonna grow wild and crazy. Think of this as your thoughts of the words that's going into your environment. It's going into your subconscious mind. The next day, excuse me, y'all. The next thing, I was just interrupted. Yes, this is a recording, but I was just interrupted. But what I wanted the person wanted to make sure that everything was in order, because I did need to stop. Before I go to number 4, I'm going to give you a scripture, because I know some of y'all that have a relationship with God. You're going to say, is all of this biblical? Yes, Romans 12:2 in the NIV. I want you to go there. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Your inner whisper talk in words and thoughts shapes your whole reality. That's all it's about. Renewing is redoing. Don't be conformed. God already know what kind of world out there. The world is already a point of other people's thoughts. This is why some of you say, I mean, is God really there? Because this is happening and this is bad and this is going on. The thoughts and your thoughts can be bad. God said, you choose life or death. God didn't say I'm going to be a robot and come and choose for you. You choose. So that's the scripture. I want you again, Romans 12:2. Let's go to the next one. Number 4. Unplug from broken whispers. And y'all hear me say it over and over again. Whenever you hear it, just think about broken seeds. Oh, it's just not going to grow. It's not going to grow in growth. After it grow, what do the farmer do? If it's ripe and everything, and if he have to prune it and cut out the weeds, that's what you're going to be doing daily. But at the same time, he's going to pick everything. Now, suppose the farmer gave you pick nothing but rotten fruit and then gave it to you. You'd be like, what? In some circumstances, people can cook some ripe or over what we would call rotten. But I'm trying to tell you, what you gonna do? You gonna look at it and say, oh, no, 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 no. So you want to take those broken, rotten whispers, let's call it that, and you want to change it. You can't take the apple and change it once it's already planted. But what you can do is you can change it by your inner speech. What you water that those seeds, make it clear, good water. 5, you want to feel it before you see it. I said it into one of my, I think the last one, the last podcast, you got to go back and listen to that one, self-sabotage. And I went on and told you about faith. Faith, people say, oh, I got the faith, I got the faith. And next week, they breaking down and going crazy because they don't have a relationship with the highest source, God. And you can have a relationship with God, and of course you could slip, of course, all of this happened. Well, you know what I'm saying? This is the deadline. And I mean, I'm still in the same predicament I am. I need the money. I needed it last week. This is where you're going to have to just say, hey, wait a minute. I already feel good. I already feel everything was already paid. I already feel my debt cancellation. I feel good. I mean, I'm not saying that you're going to walk around and you're going to be hallucinating. No, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is that what you want to do, manifestation comes, but you have to feel it. That farmer knows the seasons. That farmer knows, when everything is growing, and he know when he need to go and he need to pick the different fruit or whatever. When the flower store, the lady, she knows when, what flowers to pick. And it's a season for each one. If you do it too soon, this is why some of y'all say, I just want to manifest. I just want to manifest. You're not going to go to college and go up to them and say, listen, I'm here. I want my degree in 3 days. It's a reason. It's a process. It's learning. Some of you, oh, I want that man. I want that man. God dang it, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. And ready for what? You want that man, but you don't even know how to cook. Now I know. How about the men that said, "Listen, I know this generation is like, oh no, baby, you don't know. You don't have to worry about cooking. I'm not into that. I see my grandmother cooking like a slave, and I don't want no woman that cooks." Well, then you fine. Well, what happened in the pandemic? The shelves in the supermarket or TV dinners were, hello, it was empty. I know that man was starving. I know he was sitting up there to me, let's go to grandma's house. She might have something. I'm not being funny here. I mean, if you don't want to sit up and cook, I don't want to sit up and cook for hours. I cook my food fast, less than an hour, unless I'm baking something. You can change the whole dynamics of the way your family, and your siblings and your mother and your grandmother cook. You don't have to rely on fast foods where you really don't even know the ingredients. You don't know what is in that food. You can go ahead and say, hey, I do my own fast food, but it's at home. You have to know how to cook a meal. Some of y'all don't even know how to make a sandwich. You don't have to go and make anything like a surf and turf, but know how to make a sandwich. So the man that comes to you and he said, oh, I mean, he pray, I want a woman that really can cook because my mother knew how to cook. And then you say you ready. I don't think you ready. As soon as someone say something to you bad, you remember your broken whispers and you turn around and you defensive. You're not ready. This is why manifestation, it takes a season. It is unfair if you sitting up in there and you pregnant and you say, doctor, I can't go no more. Take this baby out in 3 months. Full development is the baby have to grow too. Also, you have to be developed. This is why people who hit the lottery are usually broke within a year. Go look it up. Don't believe me. And the other one, the 5, I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you 7. That's what this is about. I'm going to give you 7. We did 5. I'm going to give you 7. So that's going to be 6. 6, I am going to say to you, be prepared. When those of you females who have been, and some dads at home, the dad had to prepare and get everything ready before the wife actually, or his person actually had the baby. And they had to make sure this is ready, this is ready. They had, telephone number. They knew what they was gonna do. In the last stage, they had enough gas in the tank. Preparation. And I remember seeing something that was funny. And it was like some comedy show, and it might have been Lucy. In fact, yeah, it was Lucy. I love Lucy, and they had prepared about. They did drills on what they was gonna do with the baby when it was that time, and everything fell out the water because Ricky Ricardo, her husband, was so nervous that he went and he had this, he had this, he had that, and he ran out the door, and he forgot somebody. It was her. So preparation can go wrong, but at least you got everything there that you can come back. He could come back and say, let me go ahead and get the most important person. Manifestation, be prepared. 7, I'm going to say 7 is pruning. Learn how to go back daily and daily and prune some of that stuff that don't need to be there. Especially when you go visit somebody that was very negative, an old coworker. And they just was so negative. You say, I got to get out this house. I got to get out this house. And you just go, I'm getting out this person's house. And you walk it around and you can just feel all the negativity around your spirit. What do you need to do? You need to prune it. Mm-hmm. You need to prune it. Just like you're not ready. If you're filled with weed, the plant is not going to grow properly. And so if weed is all over you, everything is negative. You dress negative. You understand? You may have tattoos that's negative stuff, of some rapper who lived a negative life may have things, and then you go, I'm gonna get the same thing, and you just showing people that my expression to yourself is all negative. Mm-mm. Weed it out. Weed it out. So I know I gave you 7, and I am going to let's get ready for the questions. The questions that I have had, I thank those who actually came to me and they actually DM'd me some questions, and I do appreciate it. One of the questions that I have is, how do I stop replaying broken whispers from past relationships? This is where affirmation come in. You have to replace all of those thoughts, those words that were said to you. You have to replace it. And affirmation works good. You can get affirmation on YouTube. Get scriptures while you sleep. Affirmations that's telling you something good. And I give you an affirmation right now. I release all my broken whispers and I receive nothing but the best. I receive favor. I receive promotions. I receive excellence. Thank you, God and me, for giving me the best. Not for myself, but for those out there that I can show them too how to make it to the promised land. Okay, that was an affirmation. You're going to have to rewind it, come back and get it. I just, listen, I'm just giving you some samples. Some of y'all say, I mean, I could do better than that. Of course you can. Of course you can. Now, you want to replace them. Affirmation is good. Sometimes the vision board, I talk about this all the time, it's not for everybody. It's for people who can't sit there and visualize and they can't do it. And sometimes you just need to see it. You want to vacate, you want to go on vacation, put cruise ships there. You just want to go to a villa with a group of friends, go get a villa picture. Everybody smiling, everybody happy. I know it worked for me. I've been on several vacations. And listen, I even put that I was doing the best for less. And I have gotten the trip, a round trip vacation, airline for how much did I pay for that? Don't quote me on it. It was what, $11 or under? Yeah. So you want to see it. You want to see it, and then you want to just imagine it. You want to daydream about it. That's what you want to do. Now, number two, someone asked me, what if my mind keeps rejecting the new whispers I am trying to affirm? Keep saying them until you stop feeling it. Mm-hmm. You know when they say fake it till you make it, I always say that. Mm-hmm. But suppose you just kept saying it. I feel like this. If you do an affirmation and to the point where your whispers are so right into the core or broken that you be like, I am somebody. And then you turn around and you just see, I am somebody. I am somebody. And then you just break down in the person who told you when you was 8 he was nobody. You say, I'm just nobody. I'm just nobody. Keep doing it. And then go and do it another way. Go listen to motivational speakers in how I can't afford it. Of course you can. YouTube got all of them. Listen to motivational speakers and just let them be in your ear. Just let them go in your ear. Just listen to it. Go to sleep and let your subconscious mind pick it up. That's because that subconscious mind pick it up. That's a whole nother podcast. And you might as well figure that the next day you will meet what you gave your subconscious mind that night. That's why you should not go to bed and you upset. So do you understand what I'm saying? You have to find out the best way for you. Some of you, it may be prayer. Some of you may be the scriptures. Some of you, it may just be affirmation. Some of you, it might be music. Some of you listen to classical music. I remember I got hipped on classical music. Well, first of all, I always liked the Beethoven. And I think one of my ringtones is like Beethoven. I don't know if I have it on this phone. And they had us go and listen to all other kind of classical music for studying. And I learned how to do that. And what it did, it calmed my spirit. Find the music that will calm you down. And you might have that music, like me. Water calms me down. Like, you see my water fountain? But don't go and get a water fountain because you have no creativity, no imagination, and you say, I want that. And water you're going to go to sleep and have nightmares. You're going to have nightmares. You're going to think you did something that you're going to think, wait, the bathroom here? Because water, you know how it sounds. You don't, what works for one person might not work for you. So find out what you like. Now, y'all might think I'm crazy. It's times that I go to sleep to thunderstorm and lightning. Because I like the sound of rain. It don't have to be that. It's just water. So find out what is good for you. Because I want an apple don't mean that you have to go and buy Spy. Because guess what? If apple is not your thing, your flavor, you miss it out. Because you might not want to go to the college that somebody else go to because your college is over here. You might not want your neighbor man because your person is over here. So you understand that's how you become creative. So you have to literally find a spot. find a position that you might be setting up in your bed. You may be in your library or whatever it is. Find that place, find that smell, and the smell makes a big difference. Sometimes you know it's the reason why real estate agents put, and I took it over years ago, and they said that they put a smell of an apple pie. So when that person walked through the house, they can smell. They say, "Oh my God, this takes me back to I was young," and they associate that with something comfortable, home, sweet home. So find out the smell, find out the even the house. You don't want to show a house and it's freezing. That may knock the whole person mind where they don't see how beautiful the house is. Do you understand? I think by now you understand where I'm coming from. And I literally wanted to sit back here and I want to thank you because I did give you your 7 and 1, revise your whisper. 2, 5 was feel it before you see it. And always why I did that because I want you to come back and I want you to go ahead and rewind this and I want you to listen to it again. Until next time, unplug, transform, and manifest your promised land daily. And remember, if love and self is right, you don't want to be wrong.